Living on fat pockets on fold. They got blowing around, I lose Cadillac. Still got my homies to watch my back and to smoke your ass. And when I come jack, that's why some pigs and the kids come sweating. They follow. Hollow point still's hard to swallow. Why wallow when they come to roll on it with the clip in the floor? I break your head on. Not kicking dust, cause they get bust. My crib's surrounded, I'm about to get rushed. I brush with them. How many shells left in my closet? Where my back roll nice flat when the shit goes down. Better be ready. When the shit goes down. When the shit goes down. You better be ready. When the shit goes down. When the shit goes down. You better be ready. When the shit goes down. When the shit goes down. You better be ready. You better be ready.
The following show features stupid opinions and ideas from two idiot brothers who probably did little research and practiced zero due diligence on the topic at hand. The MLO Bros' opinions do not reflect the views of their employer, guests, sponsors, families, neighbors, or pets. If you do not like what they are saying and don't agree with their views or opinions, don't watch the show. We can promise we do not care. Welcome to the worst show on the internet.
Hey.
Hey, Isaac, how are you?
I'm good. I'm hitting Youngstown within everyone right now.
Oh, I accidentally stirred up a whole bunch of stuff today, buddy.
Did you?
I stirred up a whole bunch of stuff. I got to pull up that email, too, while we're doing this. Welcome, everyone, to the MLO Bros. I'm going to multitask. My name is Luke. I am a MLO bro. That's my brother Isaac. For those of you who don't know us, we do a local podcast about every week is what we're shooting for right now, where we cover local news, local stuff, local topics. We run a bunch of Facebook groups. Hi. All right. So I feel like, by the way, before we get into this, everybody's so focused on national politics right now. Have you noticed that today?
Yeah. Well, it's not today.
It's like
it's the election.
boiling over.
Right. Yeah.
Does that make sense? Like, I'm hearing more like Trump's a fascist. I'm hearing the world's ending. I'm hearing like I don't know why today I'm like picking it up because normally I ignore it.
Right. We're getting lots of news from like Trump making cutbacks as well.
Right. Welfare is going to be cut. Social Security is good, which is all fake, by the way, but that's not correct. But let me pull up. Okay, so let's get into this a little bit. So what happened today was this morning I got a heads up from, sorry, I'm trying to find this thing here. I got a heads up.
We're starting in Austintown? Is that what we're starting with?
Yeah, let's start in Austintown. We'll start in Austintown. Oh, by the way, what we're going to cover tonight, so you might want to stick around, is we're going to cover Austintown's stuff that's going on with the police levy.
Yeah.
We're going to cover the Southern Park Mall and some red flags from the new owner that somebody shared with me. And then we're going to cover, we're going to go to downtown Youngstown and talk about Tito and this stuff going down with his family. And it's just classic. It's just classic Youngstown. And we'll get into that too, because I got some comments on that. But first, let's talk about Austintown a little bit. So for those of you living under a rock, in the fall, the Austintown Police Department had a levy and it failed. It was a new levy, right? So it was new money. And I actually have a clip of, and we do show clips here. Let me pull it up. Sorry, as we do this, we don't have any production crew if you're new to watching us. Let's watch this real fast. Is that cool? You see that, Isaac?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, let's watch this a little bit. Now, this is from back in November.
Dan Boney.
I'm Lindsay Watson.
Hey, Boney.
Austintown voters won't see another police levy next year. At tonight's meeting, all three trustees agreed the earliest they would consider asking again would be 2026.
But for the next year or so, Austintown's budget will be tight. Money spent elsewhere could be needed to support police. because on election day, 52% of Austintown voters said no to a $2.4 million continuous additional levy. The repercussions of the failed Austintown Police levy. It's our top story tonight at 10.
We respect and value the voice of the Austintown community.
Austintown trustee Robert Santos began the trustees meeting with a commitment to safety, along with the reality of the failed police levy.
We will strive to maintain the quality of services that our residents are accustomed to and deserve. However, given our budget situation, some changes will be necessary.
But it was trustee Bruce Shepis who later addressed what the levy failure means and how it could affect the township's government as a whole.
And if that means pulling from the general fund, and it does shortfall some of the other departments along the way, that's what we will do to continue to keep the services that you deserve from our police department consistent in the way that we do it today.
Hold it. I'm going to pause it right there.
Okay.
Isaac, I want you to remember that.
Okay.
I want you to remember that comment.
We're keeping it the same in the future by taking from the general fund. Got it.
Is that what you got out of that?
That's what I got.
That's what I got out of that. Okay.
Yeah.
Santos said things are going to change. Bruce says we're going to pull for the general fund and keep it the same. There we go.
With the police department a priority, the trustees say the money will come from the road paving program. After the county's 0.25% sales tax for road work expires in 2027, and if it's not renewed, money budgeted by the trustees for paving will likely be needed for police. The police, meanwhile, will get no new vehicles, no new technology, and no new hires.
We're committed to continue to serve and protect our community, and we'll explore all options and ensure Austintown remains a great place to live.
Failure of the levy came 1 year after Austintown voters approved a $3 million continuous levy to support the fire department. The fire department levy passed with 56% voting yes.
They like the fire department.
Huh?
So they like the fire department.
Well, yeah. Hold on, I gotta turn this off. So keeping that in mind, okay, that is what I heard, and that's what I got. Right, that goes back. So what happened this morning is I got a heads up from somebody working in Austintown. Dave, we're not talking about that. We'll talk about that later. We'll talk about it at the end of the show if you stick around. So I get a heads up. Isaac, you and I get a lot of heads up from people. Is that fair?
Yeah, we get messages all the time on Facebook.
We get messages from people, hey, look into this. Hey, look into that. Hey,
Yeah.
they're not telling you this. Hey, they're not telling you that. It's what we do.
Sometimes we look into it. Sometimes we don't. It just depends on what we're interested in, because
Exactly.
it ultimately is our podcast. But like, we get a lot of that stuff, and we sift through it. And we're like, oh, this is interesting. Let's look at this.
One thing I promise I will always bite into is when somebody says, hey, do a freedom of information request on this, because I love doing that, right? So I did a freedom of information. I got a tip off of said, hey, the trustees and the business and the city manager or the township, the manager, administrator, whatever they call it in the township, are making cuts. Okay. I'm like, ooh, great. I love this stuff. So I immediately send a request over. I immediately get a request, the email back from one of the police officers, or I don't know who it was. But anyways, here we go. This is long, but this came from Mark Diapolito, who is the administrator of Austintown.
Isaac, you requested.
I requested. It's his email to the departments. Okay. Isaac, I'm not going to lie. I don't think a lot of the administrators like us, because those are the guys. If you don't know who an administrator is, it's like, remember Wade Calhoun from Canfield, the one that was banging the secretary on the desk?
Yeah.
These guys' job is to run the township or run the villages or run the stuff. Basically, they're like a CEO, while the trustees, are the voting elected officials. They can't do the day-to-day jobs, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So these guys run it, and I get this feeling guys like these guys, they don't like being questioned. They don't like being called out, because every time, you ever notice that every time we run into one of these dudes, they get pissy with us?
Yeah, if it's depending. Yeah.
I mean, be honest. I mean,
depending on the situation. Yes.
Okay, depending on the situation. So I did it. He didn't respond to me, but somebody sent me the email. Let me pull this up and I'll show it to you. I'm going to read some of the share screen. And then, all right, can you see that?
Yes.
All right. So this is an email from Mark Diapolito to all of the Austintown, the heads. It goes into all the budget.
When did he write this email to them? This morning?
This was Friday, January 24th. So last
Friday. Got it. Okay.
I'm sending this follow-up on our budget meeting that was held over the past week. After the meeting with you and the market December adjustments outlined further below, it looks like the general fund will finish the cash balance of $788,154, which is $1 million less. Wow. Than the $2 million that we finished the two. Wow. Okay. So they took a hit. Oh. This is largely attributed to the failure of the police levy at the end of the ARPA funding. Wow. That's a drop, huh? You're talking millions. I'm not used to seeing this. Okay, so anyways, it goes through all the stuff. Let's get police. This is the one they wanted me to check out and look at, right? Police is starting this year with a cash forward of $431. We estimated their expenses at $7,400,000. This means that a $1,050,000 transfer for the general fund will be necessary to meet the obligations of the fund. Okay. This budget includes $200,000 for anticipated severances and related costs. It also includes $175,000 for vehicle replacement. Wow, cop cars are expensive, huh?
Yeah.
Considering the recent accidents, it is best to budget replacement and not use it. In 2024, police expended $7,026,573.
Oh, yeah.
That is expensive. But I mean, you got to think about how big Austintown is, though, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A big town with lots and lots of people, and you're going to need a police force and lots of businesses. I mean, think of that. Think about Austintown. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
All right. Let's see here. So, anyways, I want to get into. Okay, so here are some of the changes that this Diapolito guy is ordering to happen, effective. Considering the police are at $1 million into the general fund, Chief Cavalier, Captain Tom Collins, and I have agreed on the following cost reduction measures. Effective March 1st, 2025, all shifts shall be scheduled at their CBA minimum manning. Any deviation will require a prior approval. So basically saying they're going to take cops off the streets. It's going to be a minimum manning. From what I understand, Isaac, it's like 5 cops on the streets at all times.
Okay.
Effective February 1st, 2025, there will be no overtime approved for investigations of non-felony 1, 2, 3 matters. So, Isaac, if you're going to commit a non-felony, now's the time to do it.
Got it.
In Austintown. Effective February 1st, 2025, there shall be no overtime for special events unless I have granted prior approval. Love that with these guys. Effective February 1st, 2025, we will follow the CBA for forced overtime for the person of attaining minimum manning. However, even the employee with the lowest seniority will be granted the opportunity to refuse the shift without discipline. So I guess they're not going to make people take overtime. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In the event that these measures result in less than 5 patrols on the road, the most senior ranked police officer on duty shall notify dispatch, and they're going to call the sheriffs in if there's not enough cops out there. How do you like that? Got to go outside of your department to ensure that employees are not engaging in an unfair labor practice, unauthorized strike, or sick out. Chief Cavalier will be contacting Candy Parks to inform her that she is resigned to Township Hall to assist with phones. I don't know what that's about. She is resigned no later than February 1st. So they're going to be making cuts. It sounds like they're going down to like the bare minimum, right?
Yeah.
That's what I get out of that. Is that fair?
Yeah.
So I may have taken it upon myself to release that email and my information that I had to all of our contacts at the media,
Yeah.
including WFMJ, WKBN, WYTV. Why do I do stuff like that? I do that because I feel when police and the safety of the safety of the police officers and the safety of people in the area around us are going to suffer because of cuts, I think they deserve to know.
Right.
Yeah. And I think, and I immediately sent that out, and guess what happened? They had to schedule a meeting at 2 p.m. for a news conference because all the news started calling all the Austintown people. So I actually have a
video of the meeting.
I do have a video of the meeting, or I have a.
Let's see what happened at the meeting. What did they say?
Hold on, let me find it. I had it in here. Hold on, sorry. Austintown Police.
What else? Another thing that's interesting to me is like how many people are in Austintown? How many people live in Austintown?
Do a chat GPT real quick. You do that.
Anybody in the comments know how many people live in Austintown? How many voters? Because the levy passed like 8,000 to 7,000. There's way more people than that in Austintown. It just goes to show like people got to get out and vote.
Yeah. Okay, I got to read it.
Look who's watching. Santos.
There you go, Santos.
Over 36,000 people, and the vote lost.
There we go. They lost by 700.
Yeah.
Crazy, right?
You just get a couple thousand more people, and it's a blowout. It's just crazy. Yeah. Nobody votes.
All right. So here's a news article from today. The Austintown Police Department is beginning to struggle following the failure of the police levy on the November ballot. The levy was placed on the November ballot, asking for 2.4 mils to fund the police. Had this levy passed, it would have generated over $2 million for the police department. Township, speaking of Santos, said while the levy was on the ballot, trustees aimed to be transparent about where residents' tax dollars would go and outlined what the levy would do for the department and what cuts would happen if it didn't pass. However, the residents spoken and it failed by 728 votes. Austintown Township Mark Dapolito put options on the table in a meeting Tuesday afternoon to cut costs throughout all of the Austintown department. It's projected in 2025, $3.4 million will be used at the general fund for various needs, which is $1.4 million more than what it's generated. Oh boy. The zoning, the parks, the police department all rely on the general fund. While the police is needing a large portion of the fund, the department is taking the cost reduction measures. As it stands, the township is paying an average of $40 per call for dispatch and is attempting to mitigate this increase by raising costs for other agencies to use the dispatch center. We did a cost analysis. Oh, that's right, because everybody else uses Austintown. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Right. Remember the dispatch? We've did that before. So.
Yeah. Yep.
So that's a way for them to charge everybody. Boy, I bet everybody else loves that, huh?
You're right.
So on the ballot, the primary. Okay, so on the ballot, it's said the voters will see another levy for the general fund. So on the ballot on the primary will be a general fund renewal. This levy comes due every 5 years. Oh boy, there's another levy. Dude, I will not be surprised if people start voting down renewals. You want to bet?
Why do you think that?
It's people are so tired of paying taxes.
Right.
Everything is crunched. Like eggs are expensive. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
I hate to say it, but man,
it's a delicate dance, right? So everybody says, hey, so we were talking about it today. Like, this is what you get for not voting for the one side. This is what you get for not voting for the levy. You get, they don't have as much money and they can't do as much. But then the other side, which I can also understand, is like the same thing everybody's saying with the federal government, where it's like, no, I'm not paying you a dime more. You need to be more efficient. So, but the government is miraculously inefficient. So do you give them more money that they don't use efficiently and they waste?
Right.
Or do you cut back and force them to be more efficient? What do you do? That's the $1 million question. But the problem is now you're sacrificing as a voter. You said no. And what your leaders are doing is they're cutting back in the police, and then your community could face repercussions.
Oh, we pay more in taxes and get less. I mean, what do you guys think of the comment? We got 53 people watching. Don't be shy. In the comments is open. Comment away. I mean, I'd love to hear. Are we right here? Are you tired of spending money, or are you not tired of spending? Like, what are your take?
I mean, in November, you had, I mean, the old timers and Rod and Verb, like they were talking about it on the radio. Ron Verb was leading the charge. We're not paying any more in taxes. We're not paying any more in taxes. I refuse to pay anything else. You know, they got to do with it what they can. And that was in Austintown. And now this happens. So I don't know. It's just
Ron Verb, I truly believe, rallied the old people against it. I really believe that.
And I truly do believe too that the old timers are voting more than people my age. But
100%, and they're voting no
because that was a close vote though. 8,000, 7,000. It's sad that there's only 16,000 people, less than 16,000
voting out of 36,000, right, or whatever it is, right?
People, like 30 or 40% of the people in Austin.
Crazy. Yeah, look, Erica says everyone we dispatch for pitches in. Right. So Dean, I think the way it works, Dean's asking, why isn't Jackson Township pitching? I think that was the whole point of that one thing, Dean. It's like everybody's paying $40 per call or whatever it is. So that's expensive.
Yeah.
Like if I call the dispatch, right, then it's charged $40.
And then they shoot it out to the different communities.
Dean's saying not true. I'm not saying. I said I don't know, Dean. I'm just that's the way I understood it. Don't give me not true at all.
Using Austintown Dispatch.
Yeah, I don't know. That's the way I was. Somebody explain it to me. Santos, you watching? Explain it to me. And we're gonna have Santos on. I think we need to have Santos on. I wanted to just have us. He wants to come on. He was like, "Hey, I got my computer on. If you guys want to invite me," I was like, "We're good. You just hold on over there, Santos."
Right. Let's talk
we'll
about
get you on.
Talk about it first.
So yeah, I don't know. So like we don't live in Austintown, but as a realtor and as a loan officer,
and also our biggest local community group is everything
Austintown.
Yeah.
My concern, and what we know, what keeps your housing value up? The schools and safety. Those two things. Those two things are what make or break a community. Right? Now, you guys all want to complain about school levies, and you want to complain about I can't pitch in anymore to taxes to fund this stuff. This is my take on that. I'm not saying I don't agree with getting taxed out of your mind either, right? But you have to chip in if you want services like that, right? If you want your housing to be good. If you want that. It's not fair. The government sucks. I am the first one to say that, right?
Yeah, they are inefficient.
They are inefficient. However, if you start voting no to everything, okay, they're going to figure out a way to get your money one way or another and pay for this shit because they're not going to let everything go. I'm just telling you right now. Like they're trying to make a statement, right? So it's crazy. Yeah, and that was Jeff's got a good point too. Just last year, remember they did that reassessment?
Yeah, they did.
Went right before. That was crazy too.
The other thing too is just from like the current market, like just the greater market. So everything's getting more expensive. And like you said, Luke, the price of eggs is going up. All these prices are going up. It's not just over the interest rates are up. It is not a good time to try and pass a levy of any kind because nobody wants to pay any more money.
Right.
So
like I said, I'm very worried about these renewals. I'm very worried about these renewals.
But I'm like, it's so back and forth because I'm the same way. I hate the government. I hate giving them more money because they're so inefficient. Like the guy said, you pay more, you get less. It's like it's just terrible. Like you're almost better off pulling the government down by not renewing levies over and over and over. And then when they are absolutely screaming for help, then you like give them a little bit. You're like, okay, here you go, guys.
What happens? What happens if everybody votes no on all the levies? Like you just vote no on everything. Like everybody got together and said we're just voting no on everything. Like what happens?
Over and over.
Just everybody votes no. So you lose police, you lose your schools, you lose your fire department, you lose your libraries. You know what I mean?
So then what would happen is, I guess it would become like a competition. So then people would move out of the community and they would go to a community that is more efficient and better at spending tax dollars to make the schools and everything better. Where it's proven. Kind of like how Columbiana was very down, and then on the back of freaking Birdfish Brewery, they started doing all these different things, and people started giving them money, and they started doing even cooler things. And
I personally will never vote no for a school levy, and personally will never vote no for a police or fire levy or emergency services, because I feel those are a needed service. I know it's tight. However, let's just say I vote no on a freaking emergency service, right? Like somebody had a heart attack, right?
Yeah.
Like that is my take on that. I can't vote no on those because you need those. You need those.
And like you said, as realtors, the first questions you're always asked, and you're not even technically like allowed to comment on stuff like this, but like first questions out of people's mouths are always, what's a school like?
Yeah, 100%.
Because we have kids and we want the school to be good. And is it safe? It's like, you got to do your own research, but there you go. So those are two very important things that increase your property value, or not directly increase your property value, but increase demand for that area, which in turn increase your property value if everybody's interested. And the other weird thing is why Austintown's taxes are like the highest in our area.
Oh, dude, they're higher than Canfield, Poland, 100%.
Yeah.
Whenever I check the taxes when I'm doing a mortgage for somebody, I'm like, holy shit, Austintown.
Austintown's property taxes are always the highest, which is super interesting because it's like same exact house, same exact acreage and everything, and Austintown is going to be way more expensive in property taxes than like Canfield.
I wonder why that is too. That's an interesting question too. Why is it that way? That's weird, right?
Yeah.
I turned my air conditioner on in this room. Sorry, I'm freezing. Okay. Any last comments on Austintown? Like I said, we'll keep covering this as we go. I think there's going to be more news coming as this progresses. Again, I just want to get the word out. My whole thing is this, and it's like we don't even live in Austintown. I just want people to know what's happening. Does that make sense?
100%.
That's my whole thing.
And the other thing too is this is if there's ever a time, I know people in Austintown, we always joke about using the @everyone symbol or @everyone tag, but there are a lot of people in Austintown in here. This is very, very important stuff.
100%.
Everyone in Austintown. So you can bust my balls for doing the @everyone, but this
is anybody busting your balls right now?
I haven't seen it yet, but this is super duper important information for everyone living in Austintown. Yeah. And this is good info. So that's why we were talking about it too.
All right. Next topic, dude. The mall's going down, bro. The mall is going down. Hold on. Let me pull this up. Oh my God. They are so flipping screwed. When's the last time you were at the mall?
Christmas shopping, I think.
Christmas shopping. Okay.
And also the restaurants on the end.
Oh, all right. So the mall is going down. Now this isn't our mall. This is in Atlanta. This is Town Center Mall in Kenesha closes because of the highly delinquent power bills.
Okay.
Oh, that's weird, right? Highly delinquent kind of looks like our mall a little bit, right? A little bit.
Right.
Got two store. Why is this? Get out of here. I don't want your ads. Okay. Let's see if I can read this. So while the parking lots at traditional malls have grown more and more empty over the years, Town Center at Cobb was especially desolate Tuesday after its power was shut off. The Kenshaw Mall was closed. Its electricity was turned off by Georgia Power, which said the owner was highly delinquent on bills despite a grace period. The power company said in a statement it tried to work with Cohan Retail Investment Group. Remember that name, Isaac, which bought the mall 2 years ago for several months and provided numerous solutions to assist them in avoiding disconnection. Okay. Okay, ready? You watching? Who is the owner of Southern Park Mall, Boardman, Ohio? Any guesses, Isaac?
It's the same.
Oh, no, it's the Southern Park Mall Realty Holdings, right? We're okay, right? Right?
Yeah.
Right? I mean, we're okay. We're okay. No, we're not okay. A filing on the Ohio Secretary of State's website reveals that the LLC, Southern Park Mall Realty Holdings LLC, was incorporated by Cohan Retail Investment Group, which is based out of Great Neck, New York. The development comes after reports of a potential deal, which closed. Right? They said it closed. Back in November, News 21 reported on Cohan's troubled financial history, with the company falling behind on property taxes and other bills. This was led to uncertainty about the future of the mall. Dude, the mall is done.
So is there money to be made in buying companies and running them into the ground like that? Like, how do you...
So I would assume, here's what I would assume. They're going to put it in other LLC, right?
Okay.
Put it in the other LLC. Collect as much rent as they can while they own it.
Yeah.
Not pay the bills, not pay anything, right? Collect as much rent as they can.
And then let it go.
Run it into the ground, close it, and then that LLC files bankruptcy.
Wow.
Think of that.
Wow.
What I got to do.
But how do you... So, I mean, that makes sense, but how do you prove that just because they weren't paying their bills in Georgia, they're not going to pay their bills in Florida?
Dude, it literally said a troubled past. Let's do it some more. Let's see here. Like it's bad. Like
I've said it before, I'll say it again. What they need to do, you chop the roof off the mall and make it a greenhouse. And then people I would pay to go walk my dog in.
Oh, that's a great idea.
In like that big open space in the wintertime when it's cold as shit and I can't walk my dog.
Yeah. I personally, what I think they should do is tear it down and put in a water park.
Like, what?
You got a prime real estate right there. You put some water slides in, maybe a lazy river.
Except it would have to be it'd have to be like a Kalahari, like indoors.
Perfect. Yeah, Gino's saying, hey, Gino. Dude, we have a county commissioner watching our show right now, Isaac Schuster.
I just don't think we don't have the money to afford, like, people don't have the money to afford a water park in Youngstown. We have the money to afford Dollar Generals, car repair places like AutoZone, and dollar stores.
So in the mall, they could put a Dollar General, a car wash, right?
Yeah.
What else? What else do we need? Anything else that's classic? Car wash?
Dollar General, friggin'.
Oh, it's so true too. I don't know.
But, I mean, the thing that's good about the mall is those restaurants on the end now and the bars on the end. It is kids don't go out downtown anymore. They go to the mall.
Do they still go? Are those bars busy? What is it? What's it called? What's a works place called there? I'm too old for that shit.
I know. I totally forget.
Steelworks or whatever it is.
Steel Valley.
Steel Valley. Yeah,
that place is like bumping. That place is like the place to go out now on the weekends. Kids
is it really?
They go to Boardman. Yeah.
But the problem is one or two businesses like that aren't going to support the entire mall. The mall was built with like JCPenney, Sears. You know what I mean? That's what those staple words. But here's the thing. I don't go to shop. I don't even go get groceries anymore. I have people pick my shit up and drop it off at my house. Like,
right.
I don't like.
I feel like we're phasing out of brick and mortar, but I do feel like there will be a return of people wanting to go places. Like, at least I'm that way. Like, Home Depot still survive because you need to go get stuff like that. So
put a Home Depot in there.
No, I'm just saying, like, you as business owners, you have to be creative and find a way to get people to go in and buy stuff.
I 100% agree with that. You have to get creative to get people to go in, right?
Yeah. Yes. So
Um,
I think what Youngstown needs is you need big open spaces to walk, like a giant ass greenhouse would be so sweet with stores on it.
yeah. Yeah. Well, an outdoor mall is what you're talking about.
But I want to be able to go there year round. Like I would pay $2 to go inside someplace like that is like has cool plants and stuff that I can walk around and it's like
I see.
80 degrees.
I see what you're saying. Like a cool, hip little,
Like an indoor
garden
park
shopping center.
that's like a
garden
garden
mall.
that's like 80 degrees. That's like warm, so I can get a break from the freaking cold.
With a lazy river. With a lazy river ride.
You put a lazy river in it. Sure.
That's all I want is a lazy river ride.
Right.
I want a beer and a lazy, and you can walk your dog while I'm just floating on a little tube and people are shopping. Dude, we've solved the board with Paul. Somebody with money go do that. My
Chop
God.
the roof off. Just chop the roof off. Make it all glass. Pump like 80-degree air into it, and we can just walk it. You can put plants in it and stuff. Make it super cool. I mean, if it's a greenhouse, where you could grow grass. Could you do that?
Yeah,
I don't know.
100%. I think you can grow. Yeah, absolutely. All right, last one for the night. We're gonna make this a quick podcast tonight. You're gonna go get mom and dad at the airport.
I think Dad said I can go to sleep, and they got delayed again. So,
are they not coming home tonight now?
I don't think so.
Our parents had been on an 18-day cruise, by the way, in case you were wondering. Was it 18 days?
Yeah, they were in Hawaii. They left from California, 5 days to Hawaii, cruised around Hawaii, and then 5-day cruise back.
How the hell?
And then they're going to the Galapagos in like 10 days.
Yeah, and Pop will complain about school levies and freaking other stuff like that.
Right.
All right. Oh God, Tito, it's an election year. You're making mistakes here, buddy. All right, Youngstown. I'm going to read this. This gets into some depth here a little bit, so hang with me here. Youngstown's mayor, daughter-in-law hired for new role. All right. Youngstown Mayor Tito Brown wanted there to be a role created, so he creates a role in the city to help kids' youth engage in activities that would keep them out of trouble. He said one of the city's biggest tools for the intervention and put the Parks and Recreation Department in charge of it. I wanted to get in their lives early. And Clement Franklin, the director, said, Mayor, I've got a job description that I've watched other communities. Bring it in. Mayor said.
I honestly like that.
I agree. It's not all sports. We talked about Little League. Little League football has died out, but esports is growing. So how do we connect the two? How do you find the kids who don't want to play Little League football? They want to play esports. How do you get them engaged early and involved? The job of recreation program supervisor, paying $51,000 annually, and there were 8 candidates up for the role. Michaela Brown, Mayor Brown's daughter-in-law, placed third among them, but ultimately ended up getting it. Mayor insisted he was not involved.
Bullshit.
You could say you're not involved.
I call bullshit.
Dude, you can say you're not involved all day long. I will never believe it. Right? I will never believe it ever.
Here's the thing. Even if you're not involved, the people that are involved, they know, hey, if I do Tito a favor,
right,
and put his daughter-in-law in, maybe he'll like me more.
You know what you do? Don't use your name. Have candidate 1, candidate 2, candidate 3. You don't even look at them. You don't know who they are, right?
Yeah.
There is no way in God's green earth that was fair. I don't care. Okay, here, let me keep reading. Sorry. I guess after the first round, someone asked, what are we waiting to hire her for? Brown said. And again, I just know, to be honest, some of these interviews did not know that she was my daughter-in-law. She got it all on her own. The mayor said Michaela went to school for this and is a good fit. I got to find the article. There was an article on her.
So here's the thing. It doesn't matter ultimately because she placed third. So what you're basically...
Hold on. Whoa. She placed third, but there's a reason why she placed third. Youngstown has a rule. They do like this point system when you're hiring somebody. Okay. You get bonus points towards this point system. We say first, second, third for living in the city of Youngstown.
Okay.
If you eliminate that, she was 7 out of 8. Let me find the article. She was 7 out of 8 if you eliminate the bonus points for the actual job thing. You get bonus points if you live in the city of Youngstown.
I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that.
You're fine with that, Isaac?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Get the hell out of here.
No. I'm fine with if you get some type of bonus points for living in the city. I think that's cool. If that's the route you want to go. What I don't like is she's still third. She's still third. So
Michaela Brown, the mayor's daughter-in-law, would have finished 6 out of 7. I'm sorry. 6 out of 7 candidates. I said 7 out of 8. If she wasn't the only one to receive a 15% bonus for being a city resident. 6 out of 7.
Only one. She was the only one to receive a bonus. She was the only one to live in Youngstown.
6 out of 7.
Interesting.
Brown said the 2 committees screened the applicants. He didn't identify anyone on the committee despite being asked, and he stayed away from the process. Bullshit. She was the best candidate for the job. 2 batches of, and here's the thing, Tito. Here's the thing. We have heard about this freaking favoritism. How many other family members does he have working at the city? That's my question. Does he have any more?
So third is still, to some degree, even if she's third, here, pull that down. We're good. We get the point.
6 out of 7.
So still, to some degree, Tito, in the city of Youngstown, you are putting family above the best person for the job, which is wrong, which is absolutely wrong. The only time you should pick somebody you know is if they're equal to, if there's like a tie. If there's a tie for first, it's the daughter-in-law and somebody else. It's like we picked the daughter-in-law because we know her, we're more familiar with her, and it was a tie. Like, I'm fine with that, but you are picking family over the best person for the job. That's not good.
Isaac, hold on. I had more to say. I saved this till the end. Let's go over her resume, shall we?
Okay.
Michaela's resume. Michaela Brown's resume shows she worked as a counter manager at Macy's in Stowe, December 2013, and was a parent engagement coordinator for the Youngstown City Schools since February 2022. So she's got a good 9 years of experience at Macy's. Got a good
associates, oversaw daily sales and targets and visual merchandising.
Right?
She worked at Macy's, bro. She didn't oversee shit. She worked at Macy's. According to your resume, as a parent engagement coordinator, she developed and implemented a calendar of special events to foster, community and family engagement. Established relationships with various stakeholders, including parents, staff, and local community.
Get out of here. Do you have ChatGPT
programs
right now?
Logistics? Right. They totally ChatGPT this up, including events, volunteer management, and marketing outreach, collab with district staff and address concerns to improve program participation according to resume. That's all bad. She was also leave of absence coordinator, Signet Jewelers in Akron. She worked at a jewelry company. Bachelor's degree from Kent State, sports administration with a minor in business. She went to school for this. She did not go to school for this.
She was a sports administrator.
Sports administration is not that, Tito. That's not what you went to school for.
Oh my God.
She did go to school, though. She did go to school.
She might be a lovely lady. She might be a good for this job. But having your father-in-law, the mayor of the city, in charge, he's going to get you that job. Is that fair?
100%. Yeah.
100%. So don't try and BS us. Don't try and lie. It's lying. Just say you hired your daughter-in-law, Tito. Right? Unbelievable. Yeah. Tracy. I'm going to look tomorrow. I know you're good at this stuff too. I want to know how many family members and cousins and Tito has working for the city. Isaac, do you think it's more than one?
Yeah, it's just a history of Youngstown not doing what's best for the people, but doing what's best for the people around the leaders. Like that
100%.
is the issue. It's not about the voters. It's not about the people living in Youngstown.
Yep.
It's about the leaders helping out the people directly around them and their family. It's like, come on, guys, do what's best for the voters. Do what's best for the people. Hire the right, best person for the job. I mean, you can make that argument. Whether you want them to live in the city or not, like, just hire the best person for the job. And hey, when it comes to that topic, if you've hired the best person for the job, listen to that person and let them do their job.
Yeah, that's another thing too.
Because what happens is you get these people that are professionals in whatever job was hired for.
Macy's
helping those kids.
Macy's manager.
No,
you're talking. I'm sorry, you're talking about. Sorry,
helping kids in the community at a young age. Like, you hire somebody who's good with kids, who knows all this stuff to help these kids in the community, and then you get a leader in there that does that, and they're like, "Hey, we got to do A, B, C, and D." Nah, we're not doing that. Sorry, I'm the mayor. We're not doing that because we've never done that before.
Yeah,
and,
no shit.
We don't do that around here. We do it this way. It's like, okay, Youngstown is not the best top 20 city in the nation. Maybe we should try something different and go with the person who actually went to school to do this, that we hired to do this, and go with their plan.
Yep.
Rather than what we've always done, which is nothing.
Good point. 100%, Isaac. The city's been doing this for decades, guys. I'm 62 and I've known about this since the late 70s. I know. And this is why Isaac and I have been sent here. We might be a small little podcast, a little annoying fly, but we're going to annoy the shit out of them. And people, I know people don't believe it, Isaac, but people listen to us, right?
Yeah.
Is that fair?
Yeah.
We have, it's crazy.
We're going to annoy Tito and the leaders of Youngstown, but for God's sakes, I promise you, they are going to know, and the people are going to eventually recognize, like, oh, this has been happening over and over for 30 years.
100%.
Maybe we should do something different to change this. Because if we keep doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over, nothing will ever change.
Nope. People are ready for change in Youngstown, dude. I'm telling you, I feel it. I feel it. And Tito, I truly believe Tito's time's about up. He's about done. I bet he's done this year. One way or another.
He's well groomed. I like the gray beard, like black hair look. I also, very nice suits he's using the city's money to buy. Very nice suits.
I think a while ago he got busted using money to buy a car too, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, the water fund to buy his mom a car or something. Remember that?
Yeah, because it was important. Yeah, it was something like that.
And I don't understand, like, how do you not get in trouble for that? How do you just like, oh, it happened, and then it's like, why is it always he used the water money to buy a car, and then it just like blows over, like nothing ever happens?
Because the news says it, and then they forget about it. They move on. They don't remember these things. It's crazy. Gino says, "This was my point. I was fighting with somebody, Gino, when using the taxpayer dollars, there should be an obligation. Like somebody was on here saying, Isaac, they were saying, well, at my job, they hired the CEO's brother to do. I was like, that's a privately funded job. This is
they can do whatever the fuck they want, or heck they want. Sorry. Yeah, you can do whatever
they want.
But this is the taxpayers' money. So once again, in the government, you have to be the best of us because we elected you. Well, not us, but the Youngstown elected you. So you have to do what's best for the people of Youngstown because they put you there. Yeah. Not what's best. Like a public company, like Luke is my brother. He hired me as a loan officer to work under him at his branch because
But I'm going to go with the person with the most amount of talent and skill, and you're just sitting there picking your nose.
I'm over the corner like this.
What are you doing?
I walk in the room like this.
I have to pick the one with the most, which I feel is the best. My little baby brother Isaac. I have to pick him, guys. He's just qualified.
I'll take him. And then the guy in the front's like, what the?
He's like guy's in like a suit and a tie and like holding a suitcase.
Yeah.
I gotta hire Isaac.
Yeah, that was me.
Oh, dude. It's so funny. So, all right, we need a new mayor just from Youngstown. We are going to be on a warpath, Tracy, in April and May. I promise. We're going to do our best to help because I agree with that. Tito's time's up. He has not proven himself at all to me. Isaac, I don't know how you feel about it, but it's time for a change one way or another because the city. I mean, we remember on the podcast we talked about it. You could literally see the day Tito was elected, Youngstown started dropping. You know, like, do you remember that?
Oh, yeah, man.
It was like a graph. He got elected. It was like
I went to YSU from 2012 to 2016 and then still went out downtown 2017, 2018, dabbled in 2019.
Yeah.
And it's like you can see the decay. And then I got married downtown. I got married downtown in 2021. The night before my wedding, somebody got shot on Federal. There's like blood in the streets still.
Yeah, crazy, dude. Time for a change. Time for a change. So, all right, everybody. Well, that is the MLO Bros. This is a good one, Isaac. This was a fast. I like it when they go, we're good when we're talking and it's an hour.
Right. And we appreciate everybody for watching. If you haven't already, give us a like. We have 4 likes and 30 people still watching. If you could, before you leave, give us a like. Also, Luke and I were both loan officers and real estate agents. So if you ever need financing, you ever need to buy, sell a property anywhere in Youngstown, you got your pick for either me or Luke. We'd love to help you. We're loan officers for Nationwide Mortgage Bankers, real estate agents for eXp Realty. So yeah, you can use us start to finish. We'll help you with.
We use it, and for our real estate stuff, we use all of our Facebook groups. We're the only ones allowed to use it. We have like 50,000 people, 60,000 people in those groups. It's freaking insane.
So like we talked about Austintown today. We have over 20,000 people, I think, in everything Austintown. We will list your house, shoot it out on Zillow and MLS and all that stuff, but we'll also exclusively be the only real estate agents listing your house in everything Austintown. And all the people of everything Austintown will see it, and that is unique and how we stand out as realtors. So use it. We love to help.
Everything Youngstown, Poland, can't like it's great. So
all
right. Everybody, thanks for watching. Y'all got me my home. Yeah, we helped Santos.
Yeah, we helped you buy your home.
Yeah.
Santos.
Yeah.
And we sold your house too.
Yeah, and we're still talking shit about you, even though and that just shows you how it is. We're still talking about the trustees of Austintown and how much we know.
Yeah. No, I have no loyalty to Santos. I mean, I like him. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. But when it comes to like being a trustee, like I still hate the government.
He knows.
Yeah,
he said, and you got fired.
And they got fired. We didn't get fired.
You get fired?
No, we didn't get fired. We were in the middle of his deal when Steve.
Oh, yeah, we switched jobs.
Our old brokerage told us we have to quit doing the podcast or leave. So we're like, yeah, we're just gonna leave.
Dude.
We're like, sorry, Santos. Catch you on the next one, buddy.
Yeah, we didn't get fired. We totally got to F off. We should have recorded that conversation. Oh my God.
That was something.
I said so many F words to the CEO of a company. That was amazing.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
you were screaming at him.
I was screaming at him, and Luke is like, it was like in Breaking Bad when Walt and his brother-in-law was like, Walt, can't you tell this guy already made up his mind 15 minutes ago?
I'm like, Isaac, stop. Let's just start. It was exactly like that. Yeah. I was like, it's my turn now. That was good. All right, everybody. We'll see you guys all on the flip side. Oh, Isaac, I made a video. I'll be releasing it probably tomorrow, maybe Thursday, on helping people with their gas and electric bill and that MCF thing, the little.
Oh yeah. I got hosed by the electric company for $600.
Yeah, I did it. I pulled up my electric bills and went over all that. That'll be getting released the next day or two.
They destroyed me since the
all right, everybody. We'll see you guys all later.
Bye, everyone.